Hello everyone, we're going to be looking at the severe weather threats throughout today and tomorrow. This will be including the severe weather outlook for today and tomorrow and the weather models including future simulated radar. So starting off here, we are looking at the severe weather outlook throughout today. They have issued that level 2 out of 5 in the yellow highlighted area. Definitely you could see some severe storms throughout today and tonight as they move through that type of area. Also, the marginal risk of severe thunderstorms, which is in the dark green color. That's where you're expecting some isolated severe storms, but not really anything too severe is expected within there. And then finally, you got the level 0 out of 5, which is a general thunderstorm risk in the light green colors there. You do have a chance for those general thunderstorms to develop there, but not really anything severe is expected within those areas. And it's not really a tornado or hail threat with this system, but you do have a pretty good wind threat. Up to 60 mile per hour gusts within those storms are possible within that yellow shaded area, and up to 40 mile per hour gusts within those storms in the green shaded area. Now we're looking at the kind of tomorrow's severe thunderstorm outlook. Now we do have actually a slight risk of severe thunderstorms, a level 2 out of 5. Down here in Texas, parts of the Panhandle in the northwestern part there, you definitely could see some severe storms moving throughout there into the overnight hours. Here's a tornado threat, and tornado threats is less than 2%, so definitely not really much of a tornado threat. Possibly a 2% risk will get issued tomorrow, but I do not expect anything higher than that. Hail risk, you do have up to golf ball size hail possible within those storms in the yellow shaded area, and up to quarter size hail is possible within those storms in the green shaded area. And lastly, here's the wind risk. You could also see up to 60 mile per hour gusts within those storms in the yellow shaded area, and up to 40 mile per hour gusts within those storms in the green shaded area as well. Now we can look at the weather models including future radar for the severe weather threat. Alright, so currently we are looking at the future simulated radar here, and let's get over, this is around, that'll be early morning hours, this will be around midday now, and let me pull that forward here, and you start to see those storms really start to develop, and that'll be around 3 to 4 p.m. You get into 6 p.m. now, and those line of storms are really pushing through. As you can see there, it's included parts of Minnesota, Iowa, even reaching down here into Kansas. So definitely a pretty big line of storms you are seeing here. And then once you get into around 9 p.m., those are going to really start to weaken as you get into the overnight hours. You get to around 12 a.m. now tomorrow. And really, that's just turning into those isolated showers and thunderstorms by the time you get to 3 a.m. tonight. And there's still some thunderstorms out there, but they're not going to be as severe. Definitely some severe storms are possible by then. But you get to 6 a.m. tomorrow, and those are going to be, by the time you get to 6 a.m. tomorrow, they're going to be pretty much rain showers. So definitely a pretty quick line of storms moving through. And by tomorrow around midday, you could see some isolated showers and thunderstorms. But not really any severe storms is expected anymore for the Midwest. However, let's move down to the south central U.S. where severe storms are expected for tomorrow. Let's get over to around 3 or 4 p.m. now. You start to see some cells developing around the extreme western part of Texas along the dry line. Those really just turn into a cluster of storms, as you can see there. Let me scroll down a bit here. Yeah, so these are pretty much going to be a cluster of storms, maybe even a bit of a line of storms, as you can see there. By the time they are weakened, there might be a kind of a bow echo of storms. So you could definitely see a significant chance for those winds just looking at the simulated radar. But by the time you get to 9 p.m., 12 a.m., those are pretty much turning into those isolated showers and thunderstorms, and those pretty much exit out of the region. So let's go back over to the Midwest, and we can look at the actual models that's going to be triggering that severe wind threat. So let's go ahead and look at the low-level jet. And definitely, you are seeing some pockets in there getting up to around 40 knots. That's pretty much telling you that there's definitely some severe wind threat, but not any hail threats. The energy, surface-based energy right here, and there is definitely some energy, but the soundings are really not heading towards anything. You might see up to pea-sized hail possible, but really not anything. Not really anything big. Well, not really any big hail is expected within these storms. Very small hail possibly might be expected, like I said, but definitely not anything severe throughout today. In the south central U.S. here, let's look at the Cape values for tomorrow. Definitely, you might see a significant hail threat as well for tomorrow. I mean, you're going to get to around 5,000 joules per kilogram in some spots. So definitely, you possibly might see some significant hail in spots with those storms. Now here's the upper or low level jets, and definitely let's get over to tomorrow, early afternoon hours. Definitely there are some pockets in there. That's pretty much the storms from the simulated future radar, right where you see that pocket. You can get up to around almost 50 knots here. Yeah, up to 50, even 54 knots in some spots. So definitely a damaging wind threat, a pretty big damaging wind threat is in store for tomorrow, and even a hail threat. But not much of that tornado threats, as you can really look at the shear here. Let's pull up the bulk shear, and let's get over to tomorrow here. And definitely there's some shear actually. Let's look at these soundings, which I don't usually show, but mainly that's going to be a line of storms. It's not going to really be anything that's going to be separate supercells or widespread supercells, but definitely it's going to be a line of storms. Main threats are going to be wind and hail. So yeah, not much of a tornado threat, maybe 1 or 2 tornadoes. I do expect a 2% risk of those tornadoes to get issued, but yeah. If you did enjoy this video, I would ask you to subscribe if you are new to the channel, and make sure to share this video with any friends or family that might be interested in watching daily weather forecasts. Anyways, stay safe.